What's up, guys?
Hey!
Welcome to another video, and today we will discuss a really hot topic in case you want to come to the Bali and you are not sure whether the Bali is cheap or expensive. This is what we're going to be discussing today.
No. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Searches of her mind to count your blessings 'cause it's time.
Very first thing you need to take into consideration is where are you actually coming from. So if you are one of the people from Western countries, UK, USA, Australia or Singapore, for example, Bali will be probably cheap for you. However, if you are from one of the other countries, so
Like we are.
Eastern Europe, Central Europe, South America, or the rest of the Asia, Bali won't be as cheap probably as you would expect. So for example, I'm from Slovakia.
And I am from Latvia, so
Yeah.
is Bali cheap for you?
No, Slovak prices are lower.
Way cheaper,
than
yeah.
in
And
Bali.
for me, it's like 50-50.
So we will be comparing the prices to Western prices. We will try to speak in USD. And very first thing what comes to our mind as cheap compared to the Western prices
Is food.
is definitely food. You can eat local food for $1.50 to $2.
Even less, you can get less. as
Local
well.
restaurants are called warungs. We mentioned them in the previous videos. However, it has got downsides. Indonesians are really liking their food additives and taste enhancers.
Yeah,
So-
and they use a lot of oil in cooking.
Yeah, so it's gonna be very often deep fried, oily, a lot of, as I said, MSGs, monosodium glutamate. For those who has idea what it is, it's basically the greatest poison put into the food ever.
Yeah. So you need to consider that. You can get
Yeah.
a cheap meal, but it will not be the best quality.
Not always the best quality. However, the food in Western restaurants are better.
Better quality.
Prices of a Western restaurant food start at around $65,000 Indonesian rupiahs.
$4-5.
$4-5 up to $7 max. That's going to be very decent restaurant.
Yeah, so it's like a half price, I guess,
Yeah.
from what you would get in UK
In
or
UK,
US.
normally £12
£12-14 for a main meal.
for a decent main meal in a decent restaurant. So half price of what you get in a Western country. So what else is cheap in Bali? Second thing, I'd say transportation. So scooters are really widely used in Bali. We arrived to our destination. I just want to quickly show you my fire on wheels. Rental of a scooter for a month starts at around $40 for a smaller scooter. To bigger scooter will be around $50-60. That's per month.
And the petrol is very cheap here as well.
Yeah, it's like a $0.50 per liter. So comparing to the West, it's really affordable.
And the cars? What's about cars?
Cars is around, I'd say, $150 per month.
But traffic is mental here. It's very busy here. So if you are renting a car, you need to be ready to spend a lot of time in the traffic.
Personally, I wouldn't ever rent a car in here. Even Alina told me a million times, let's rent a car because we are in the rainy season now.
And it's so hard to get somewhere in a scooter.
Exactly. So if you don't fancy riding a bike in the middle of rain, but heavy rain, you need to have a car. The problem is traffic is absolutely horrendous. So if you are not patient person or you don't have enough of time of your on your hands,
don't consider car.
Yeah. Another thing what is really cheap in Bali are generally services.
Different beauty services, massages, spas, and so on.
Different treatments and so on. Nails,
Yeah,
hair,
for example,
haircuts, male barber shops, etc.
How much is your haircut?
My haircut is one of those more expensive ones, I guess you can say. It costs $6. So this is considered as an expensive haircut in Bali. Normally it's like $3-4.
And how much would it be in US? How much did
20,
you, how much
20,
did
30.
you pay in UK?
£25. So that's like $30, $32.
And for example, nails for girls, I'm paying 500,000, which is around $30.
Yeah.
And in UK, I used to pay £70, which is how many dollars? 85,
90, almost $100.
So you see the difference.
Yeah, these services are really, really affordable, guys. Obviously, you can go even cheaper. If you go to really local salon, local haircut, local nail salon, you get prices as low as £10.
I've seen haircuts, barbers for 5k.
Yeah, that's that's what, 25p,
Yeah,
25p literally. So one of our most favorite services we are using, and they are way cheaper than in Western countries, are massages.
Spas, different spas and massages.
For example, if you go to a local spa, it will cost you as low as $5 per person.
Yeah, we pay around $10-15 per both of us.
For both of us.
Massage.
However, if you want to go to really luxurious spa, which will be located on the edge of the cliff in Uluwatu, so that's south of Bali, and it's going to be 5-star luxurious spa in 5-star resort, really good one.
It will cost around starting from like $25.
Per person,
yeah.
which is absolutely great price, because if you just think about that, guys, if you are in California or anywhere else, New York, that would cost in the hundreds. Like literally, a luxurious spa treatment would cost hundreds.
So
plus,
it's a great value for money, I think.
Yeah. Plus, Balinese are super famous for their massages. Balinese massage is super famous as well. They are really good at this, guys.
Yeah, you have a passion, no?
Yeah. And the last category we wanted to mention in the terms of what is cheap are definitely activities.
Yeah, different outdoor activities, like you can rent ATVs or go...
You can do trips around the island. You can actually hop on a boat and go to another island like Nusa Lembongan. We're going to give you example here. So if you, for example, want to do a day trip to Nusa Lembongan, which is a small island next to the Bali, it's around 45 minutes
from the port,
boat from a port. For approximately $50 per person, what kind of service do you get? So you live in a villa, there's going to be a driver coming and picking you up, driving you to the port. In the port, there's going to be 2 tickets ready for you, you and your partner. So tickets are included for a speedboat. Then you're going to have that tour. Either you want to go and do snorkeling or
mangrove forest,
simply day trip, see manta rays,
and it includes
for example.
lunch as well.
Exactly, and it includes lunch, and then you have a return ticket with a speedboat, and again, driver will drive you back to the villa. So all included service, day trip of almost any kind, for $50 per person.
Where else would you get that?
Nowhere else, for sure. Maybe in some of the other Asian countries, but definitely nowhere in Western countries. Now, guys, let's talk about accommodation. We are receiving a lot of questions. You guys know we like to do villa tours in Bali. If you haven't checked villa tours, please check them out. I'm going to link them up there. So we are really hot about accommodations, and we kind of know what are the prices.
I would say it's 50-50.
It's exactly.
It's
not
cheap as you want.
It's not expensive. Yeah, so you can get accommodation for as low as $150.
Yeah, but it will be a small room in a local guest house with a shared kitchen, not the biggest, not the brightest, not the newest room.
Yeah, shared swimming pool, shared kitchen. However, everything will be included, so all the utilities and cleaning, maintenance, and so on. Very often even a laundry will be included. So if you want to go on a budget, you can really go on a budget. However, if you want to get a villa, let's say 2-bedroom private villa.
Yeah, so I think it would be around $1,000 right now at the moment.
Yeah, which is still really, really cheap, because you cannot get anything like that in Western countries. Definitely not villa with a private swimming pool. And with that villa, you will have stuff included, so they will be coming and cleaning your villa, electricity maintenance, and internet, which is like super fast in Bali. In case you are a digital nomad, or you are wondering if internet is fast in Bali, it's super fast. It's one of the fastest we have ever experienced. Talking about internet, guys, we quickly wanted to thank Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Surfshark is a VPN, which is virtual private network. We all are relying on internet heavily these days, guys, and we would love to think our data is safe and secure, but it's not. What Surfshark does is basically encrypts, masks your data, so nobody knows where are you coming from or what do you do online, which is super important. There are a few reasons and our personal examples on how do we use Surfshark on a daily basis and why do we think everyone should be using VPN service like Surfshark. For example, if we are in the UK and we are using Netflix and we would like to watch
something which is available only in US, so we can switch our location and watch shows from US.
So it's simple as just changing your IP address using Surfshark. You can log into American or Canadian server and you can watch favorite streaming platforms which are only available for Americans or Canadians, for example. Another thing is many of the countries in the world are heavily restricting the content their citizens can see. Yeah. So for example, when we were in Turkey,
we were not able even to access our own banks.
Yeah, then we switched our server or IP address to UK IP address. Suddenly we could enter whatever we wanted. Yeah. Also here in Bali, if we would not be using VPN service, we wouldn't be able to enter our trading platforms or our trading websites because it's simply restricted content in Indonesia. But by using VPN, you can go around this actually and you can switch your IP address again to UK or USA or any other where those websites are not restricted. And the last but not least of our favorite features of using Surfshark VPN, particularly for us as a travelers, is we actually realized you can save quite a lot of money on flight tickets or even train tickets.
Yeah, you just switch location. For example, you want to go to Barcelona from UK, but you can switch that you are based in different country, for example in Poland or Netherlands, and you will get a different price for a ticket.
Obviously, airlines are having different prices for customers from different countries. If you didn't know, now you know. But simply switching to different location, you can just compare what are the prices from different locations for the same flights. So guys, if you are interested, Surfshark has got a massive deal now. And using code Jay and Alina on your checkout, now you can save 83% of a price. And also
get 4 months for free,
which is absolutely crazy offer, guys. So we're gonna leave a link in the description. All right, let's go back to the video. All right, let's talk about things which we don't find cheap, and there is particular reason for that. So anything what is imported to Indonesia, let's say alcohol is a good example.
Cosmetics, perfumes.
Exactly.
Is very overpriced.
Super overpriced. Few examples. If you want to buy a bottle of beer in Bali, it's gonna imported beer. It's gonna cost you at least twice more than in a Western country, just because import fees in Bali for alcohol or for wine in particular, or I'm not sure about beer, but I've seen wine is around 107%. That is crazy import fee. So whenever you go to a bigger supermarket and you want to buy your favorite Twinings tea for a UK viewers, it's going to cost you around 4 to 5 pounds, which is at least double, sometimes even 5 times higher price than you would get it in UK.
Yeah, so basically all the local produce, all the local ingredients and food, it's groceries, everything is cheap. Yeah. But once it's imported from abroad, it will be way overpriced. Let me say this once again.
No, that's fine. It's fine. So what would be like the best example of a product which is not cheap?
Well, I think it's cosmetics and female things, you know. For example, I think we mentioned previously, but tampons for girls are extremely expensive. It's like a small pack of tampons is like 7 pounds, which is
like almost $10.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like a small, I don't know, 24, 12, I don't know.
Okay, so that's
like
that's expensive. Yeah. Also, alcohol. We've seen bottles of whiskey or what is this fly doing? Bottles of whiskey or tequila start around $100, guys. So this is really really expensive.
Well, it's not a place where to drink.
Exactly, probably don't drink unless you want to drink local alcohol. Arak, stay away from that. And also local beer, Bintang, very popular beer, but also not so good.
Not the best one, but that's affordable beer.
Yeah. All right, and the last thing what we don't find really cheap, and that is probably the biggest surprise even for us. When we were coming to Bali, we came with one suitcase with 2 pairs of shirts and 2 pairs of t-shirts.
Like, we will fill it up here.
Yeah, we will buy here.
No.
Clothing in Bali is actually pretty expensive.
Yeah, as long as it's not made by local people and sold by local people. Anything what is owned by Westerners is much more expensive.
For example, a pair of female shorts we were looking the other day.
Yeah, and it was like $40-50, but everything made in Bali, so it's not imported. So for me, it's not cheap. I don't know, maybe for you it is, but...
Yeah, so generally there is an issue with clothing. I don't know why, but there is, for us, is massive issue in clothing. We are forced to go back to shopping centers and shop in a well-known brand with the well-known brands like Zara and
Mango, H&M.
Yeah, because nowhere else you can buy either the type of clothing you want, so simple clothing, for example, or it's really expensive. And sizing is weird.
It seems like it's made for Indonesian or Asian type of people.
With the Western prices. Where is this fly doing? So clothing we would not consider as a cheap. And if we mentioned that in the previous videos, apologies, we were not educated enough. Now we know. Alright guys, so this has been it for today. Please let us know in the comments down below, where are you coming from?
And do you find the prices we mentioned in this video expensive, or how much does these things cost in your country?
I'll be super curious to read the comments below. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. I'm gonna link it over here. We do give plenty of different informations on Instagram as well, and you can follow up on our daily life in Bali. Also, if you found this content somehow useful, you can buy us a coffee now. Link is in the description. Otherwise, we are looking forward to see you in the next video very soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.